thing that woke me up. Part 3, The Call. For almost a year, nothing happened. No dreams, no loops, no birds, no hollow eyes staring at me from impossible distances. Nothing. At first, I waited for them. Every night before bed, I wondered if this would be the night. Every time I closed my eyes, I expected to wake up somewhere else. A classroom, a fairground, a highway, one of those places that felt real until it didn't. But the dreams never came. Weeks became months. Months became nearly a year. Life moved on. I turned 16. I got my driver's permit. I spent weekends helping Dad in the garage. Caleb got taller. Mom got more gray hair. Everything felt normal. Eventually, I stopped thinking about the figure. Not completely, never completely, but enough. Enough that it became something embarrassing, something I didn't talk about, something I told myself I'd imagined. Maybe a doctor would have called it stress, maybe a sleep disorder, maybe an overactive imagination. Whatever it was, it seemed gone, and I was grateful. Then one night it came back, not with a bird, not with silence, not with the figure. It started with a phone call. I remember every detail because unlike the other dreams, this one didn't feel strange. It felt ordinary, dangerously ordinary. I was driving home from a friend's house. It was late, maybe midnight. The roads were empty. My radio played quietly through the speakers, and cool air drifted through the cracked windows of the truck. Everything felt peaceful. Then my phone rang. I glanced down. Unknown caller. Normally I would have ignored it, but something made me answer. Hello? Static. I frowned. Hello? More static. Then a voice. Dylan? The sound nearly made me drive off the road. I knew that voice. Everyone knows certain voices, the ones tied to childhood memories. The ones you could recognize instantly, even years later. This was one of them, my grandfather's. The problem was, my grandfather had been dead for 3 years. I nearly hung up. Then the voice spoke again. Dylan, listen carefully. My hands tightened around the steering wheel. The voice sounded exactly like him, the same accent, the same rasp, the same calm way he always spoke. Every detail was perfect. A chill spread through my entire body. This isn't funny. The line crackled. I'm running out of time. The truck's headlights illuminated an empty stretch of road ahead. Nothing unusual, nothing strange, yet my heart was pounding, because some part of me already knew. I was dreaming. I just didn't know when I'd fallen asleep. Who is this? Static. Then, you need to wake up. The words hit me like ice water. The radio instantly died. The truck became silent, completely silent, no engine, no tires, no wind, nothing. I looked into the rearview mirror. My blood turned to ice. Someone was sitting in the back seat. Tall, motionless, faceless, watching me. I jerked around. The back seat was empty. When I looked forward again, the road had changed. The highway was gone. The trees were gone. Everything was gone. The truck was still moving, but now it traveled through complete darkness. No stars, no moon, no horizon, just blackness stretching forever beyond the headlights. My grandfather's voice returned, more urgent now. Dylan. I gripped the wheel tighter. What is happening? The line crackled violently. Then I heard something else. Another voice. Not my grandfather's. Something farther away. Something deep. Something impossibly distant. A sound like words being spoken underwater. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up because I recognized it. Not the words, the feeling, the exact same feeling I got right before seeing the figure. My grandfather spoke again, and for the first time, he sounded afraid. Don't stop the truck. The dashboard lights flickered once, twice, 3 times. Then every gauge dropped to 0. The engine died. The headlights remained on. The truck rolled forward through the darkness. Slowing, slowing, slowing. My breathing became shallow. What happens if I stop? The answer didn't come from my grandfather. It came from behind me, a voice inches from my ear, a voice that sounded like dry leaves dragging across concrete. You finally see me. I slammed on the brakes. The truck stopped. The phone disconnected. The headlights went out, and something tapped on the driver's side window. Once, twice, 3 times, slowly, patiently, waiting for me to look. I knew what was outside, and I knew the entire dream had been leading to this moment. Every dream before, every bird, every loop, and every wake-up, all of it, leading here. My hand trembled as I reached for the door lock, not to open it, just to make sure it was locked. The metal felt ice cold. Then the phone rang again. The screen lit up inside the darkness. Unknown caller. The same number, the same impossible call. But this time, the caller ID displayed a photo. A blurry image taken from outside the truck, through the driver's side window. A photograph of me, sitting exactly where I was, holding the phone and standing behind my seat. Was the figure? The call continued ringing. I didn't answer. The ringing stopped on its own. A new voicemail appeared. One unheard message. Duration, 0 minutes 3 seconds. My thumb hovered over the screen. Outside the truck, something moved, slowly circling, keeping pace with my breathing, waiting. I pressed play. A voice filled the speaker, my own voice, crying, terrified, barely able to speak. Dylan. A long pause followed. Then, don't let it know you can hear it. The message ended. The darkness outside the truck suddenly became crowded. Shapes, tall shapes, standing just beyond where the headlights should have reached, motionless, watching. And then, one of them took a step forward,